Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan.
At your service.
Sabrina as Sylvie.
Oh, hello.
Jordan as Mogram.
Oh, I love you guys.
Matt as Guy.
That is my name. Don't wear it out.
And me, Paul, as the proud papa to this wacky, beloved, sometimes naughty group. Guys, I can't believe you're already 4 years old. It's time to teach you some of those. It's time to teach you some of those important skills you're going to need before you start kindergarten. Skills like brushing your own teeth or tying your own shoes, and of course, signing up for Patreon. We know you like showies, and there's a special showy just for our patrons called Your Neighbor's Potatoes. Some more skills we'll work on this year are writing your name, learning your address, and leaving 5-star ratings and reviews. You know, important skills such as learning to wipe better, picking your nose when no one is watching instead of gulping down those boogers where everybody can see them.
The extra fruit from the fields that are left over this year. Other things kindergartners should do.
Oh my gosh. And of course, joining the 12-sided guys Discord chat. Let's make 4 the best year yet. Anyway, if you ever adopted a little orphan kid with your house, Carl, because she's sworn to carry your burdens, including child rearing, then this podcast is for you. It's Chorus of the Forsaken, episode 68, 4 years old.
Guys, I had an accident. I didn't make it.
Happens to the best of us.
Sorry.
Scott crinkles when he walks. He never graduated from training pants.
Poor guy never graduated from training pants. Tompkins, why you be so short?
Mrs. Commander, son.
All
Sorry,
right. Well,
that's a old school. That's a teeny tiny girl
this
squad.
is Commander Sun. She's some kind of bird reptile, and she teaches pre-K.
It's from Homestar Runner, guys. It's from Homestar Runner.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Chorus of the Forsaken campaign. And I was going to say Via Severia, but we're not in Via Severia anymore. Last time we were together, our heroes, Wilhelm and Associates, decided to investigate the Swamp Sister's house. I keep wanting to call it a hag hut, but I've been very specific. This is the Swamp Sister's house. They found that it was decayed and aged. There was moss and spider webs, and everything was falling apart because of all of the moisture in the air and the disuse. And up in the attic, or not up in the attic, up on the second floor in the bedroom, they found a wooden arch, like a natural arch made out of a tree. It looked like it almost had 2 different trunks that just came together, and it was all one solid tree. When our heroes put on the rings that they got from the 2 defeated sisters, they were able to
held hands.
They were able to hold hands and pass through a magic portal. They were then transported to what they remembered of the Swamp Sisters' home when they were there before. It was in much better shape. There was food and, some biscuits and some soup still out. Everything seemed a lot more homey. And as they ventured out to try to investigate where they were, they saw a large, almost fairy tale castle up on a rock, and decided.
I want to add this.
Yes.
This home that we ended up in, it felt staged. It felt like we were on a set. Like we looked at a journal that was just magically had some stuff on it, but it just was kind of filler.
Yes. And I thought you were going to say it was magically delicious, but it was not magically delicious because you did not eat or drink anything here in this place when Sylvie realized that you guys were not in a pocket dimension as you had suspected, but actually in the Fey Wild. With a crazy Arcana check, she realized a couple things that she had learned, and that is don't eat anything, don't make any deals, and try not to fall asleep. If you fall asleep in the Feywild, time can pass differently. And there are myths of people falling asleep for one night and waking up, and it is years later.
And, don't always have to take your own advice. Have your buddies have your back. That's the other thing Sylvie definitely said.
Yes, that's true. And that came in handy as our heroes found a rowboat and started paddling towards the castle, but they couldn't get any closer. Eventually, they found a small island with a few folks on it who seemed to be having some kind of a party. There were 2 satyrs, Caperion and Fenwick. Caperion was playing a flute and Fenwick was playing a lute. And in the trees on this island, there were also 2 dryads, Ashenly and Manhogany. And as you approached, you were able
Manhogany sounds so dirty.
It's a little bit better than Hemlock, but we'll let it go.
Oh, that's a good one too. I like that one too. I was trying to do something with oak. Oh, Hemlock is really good. You were able to make friends and gather some information, as well as party with them a little bit. It turns out
it could have been Elmer.
Elmer,
it could have been Elmer. Oh my gosh. You were able to gather some info. You found out that you cannot access this castle until the time is right. You spoke of distance, and they seemed to be confused and no, it's not about distance, it's about time of day, and that the castle cannot be accessed during the day. Something about the sun not being able to enter the castle or something to that effect. As you guys then decided to wait, you kind of danced along and played some music. You learned that this castle was the castle of the Court of Fog and Fen, and that it was recently, or it was ruled over by 3 sisters. As night fell, Sylvie felt a little bit overcome by some of the good vibes here happening at this little party, but everyone else managed to save and direct her onto the rowboat, where you continued your trip towards the castle. And as night had fallen, it was much easier to approach the castle. Before you loomed the base of this castle. As you rode around it, you could see that there was no way in, but it looked like there were trees growing up out of it. It was fairy tale-esque, but also sort of overcome by the natural flora of the area. And there was a cave that led underneath the castle. And that is where we left off as our heroes, Wilhelm Associates plus Baldric the Black, were paddling into this cave underneath the castle.
Hey guys, I have another one. How about Will-O? Huh? Will-O?
Or won't-o?
It's not as good as chestnut. We could have had a chestnut. I'm just... You see, we lose this opportunity. One thing, Paul, I want if you're cool with this,
forgetting
I wanted
about
to
nutmeg.
I was thinking Douglas fir, but yes.
Wait, I have another one. Temrid pine.
Ew, that doesn't even sound attractive, to be honest. Sounds kind of like an old branch.
Wait. Last one. Maypole. Like Paul the name, but Maypole. Maple, like a tree with syrup in it.
Boo. Boo. All right, what did you want to talk about, Jordan?
Pole with syrup on it? Like what?
Maybe if that's what you're into.
There's something I had wanted to do, but I'd kind of forgotten about it. But I was hoping to, while we were rowing around, I wanted to ritually cast kind of a mind link spell, so that way we could all communicate telepathically. I wanted to see if that would be something you're cool with, or if you feel like, no, the time has come and gone.
I think, how long does it take to cast?
It's a ritual cast, so it's like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Not a problem. You guys could even just hang out here right outside the cave for 10 minutes while you cast it. That's not a problem.
Okay.
And what's the name of the spell? Just so I can do a little bit of research real quick.
It's going to take about 10 minutes for us to decide what we're going to do here anyway. So I think you got plenty of time.
Only 10 minutes? Man, we're cruising.
So I call it the Astral Mind Link. And but its original name was, let me find it. Astral Mind Link.
It's a level 5 spell, I see.
Oh gosh, sorry. This is what I get for reflavoring all my stuff.
No, you're fine. I just there's something that I need to know.
Oh God, can these listen? Well, I guess there's only one lady now, but can these people listen in? They're tuning in on our radio frequencies.
I love how they went from to ladies.
We've just got to change the channel to 3, and if they follow us, we'll just keep switching.
I think was it telepathic bond?
Okay. I'm in the eyes.
Yeah.
So let's see. Telepathic bond. Okay, cool. I will look at this over. You guys chat.
Okay. So to describe this, Mogram's just going to be like sitting monk style, like meditating. And he starts to kind of turn that weird translucent kind of bluish color that he was when he does his astral walk. But this is him kind of prepping the spell to connect everybody's minds.
I don't like this. Margaret, are you okay? You're looking a little see-through. Wait, when did Margaret get a didgeridoo?
My question is, when is he going to start? When did he learn that song about the Misty Mountains?
He's awfully blue as well. Should we put a blanket on him?
I'm blue, abu di, abu da.
All right, telepathic link is cast. Very good. You guys can now
How long
speak
does it last?
to each other's minds.
It lasts for 1 hour.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody.
Just to be on the safe side, I feel like in case we need to coordinate our efforts, and knowing that we're in the Feywild, anything we say could be used against us in some sort of way.
Okay. Well, as we're just getting used to this spell, and Guy's not quite understanding how it works yet, your minds are just flooded with all these just the nastiest sexual thoughts.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Did it involve the satyr we just met?
Oh yeah, and manhogany.
And especially mahogany.
Manhogany. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I can't imagine the splinters you'd have if you did that.
What was that?
I don't know. It seems like you're imagining them really well right now, actually. Yeah, that's what it would be like.
I'm imagining every place that you'd get splinters from that position you just showed us.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's how this works. All right, I will mental shield up, focus on task at hand, and then you just get a flood of
Baseball. Baseball.
Baseball. Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Austin Powers. All right, well, very good. So you guys are outside. There's this cave. It's probably about like 20 or 30 feet wide, but it's got like a tall ceiling, but it comes into the mountain or into this rock outcropping that this castle is built on, and it kind of veers off to the left, and you can see back in there a little ways that it veers then to the right, about 50 or 60 feet in. It's like this large tunnel that is traversable by boat.
All right, everybody.
Secret tunnel through the mountain.
Okay, I'll just direct us right in there.
Okie dokie, let's do this.
You guys can all start moving in. You see as you start moving in that the walls are smooth. They do look natural, but they look like almost like when something's been smoothed by water over like eons of time, how it's so slick and smooth and almost like you could, like a natural water slide type of thing. The walls feel that way. As you start moving in, it gets very dark very fast. So I know that most of you have dark vision.
Mogram's going to pull out a flare.
Okay, I was just going to ask if you're going to put up a flare. What's the distance on that? Is it 20 feet?
Yeah, 20 bright and then 20 dim beyond that.
Okay. You guys move into this cave. As you reach that first turn, you can see off to the left, there's this little area. The walls come right down to the water until you get to that first elbow in this tunnel. And off to the left, kind of at the point of the elbow, you can see that there's this small landing. It's probably about 30 feet across and like 15 or 20 feet deep. of, it looks like solid ground. If you wanted to get off your boat, you could stand on that area. It's got some of these fey trees and bushes, big pink leaves, and just everything's a little bit over the top with its kind of colorfulness. With the 26 Arcana or whatever it was last time that Sylvie rolled, you would know that even though these plants might look almost cartoony in some way, that a lot of them could very well be dangerous.
Don't touch the plants. They could eat you or worse.
I find it, well, I guess I can think of things that are worse than just being eaten.
I'm glad, because I don't want to describe to you what these plants can do.
Your minds are suddenly filled with, again, scenes of menhogany.
Oh, dear. I don't remember his color like that.
Oh, gosh. All right, as you guys continue around this corner, you see that the tunnel continues on, but then you can't see any further. There is almost like a curtain of grass or weeds or vines hanging down from the ceiling all the way down to the water. It looks like you could probably part them relatively easily and paddle on through, but this is the first, barrier that you've come across here in this tunnel, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up before you just go barreling through.
Do you think we need to be concerned about this barrier?
No, that looks like a barrier we should barrel through, if you ask me. We should just roll through it.
Hold up. No, I'm going to cast Spectral Hand and send out a Spectral Hand to try to, part the barrier.
Okay.
See if anything happens to it.
Yeah, okay, I want you to make a perception check as well. Everybody make a perception check who is trained in perception. I'm going to start doing that more often. If you are proficient in perception, if you are proficient in a skill, I'll let you do that more often than just anybody.
I am not proficient.
Okay, Guy got a 13. Does half proficiency count since I'm a bard?
I mean, if you have a proficiency in it, I'd say, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I forgot to roll mine with advantage because of the Sentinel Shield, but I got a 19 with advantage.
Sylvie's not very perceptive, but can I Arcana it at all?
I mean, yeah, you can roll an Arcana check.
Hell yeah, brother.
Guy, you start to reach out with this spectral hand towards these vines, and you feel, you can see that the hand goes up and touches the vines, and you can see the vines start to part. But it looks like there's a lot of vines. It's not just like a thin, one layer of vines. It's like knots and clusters of vines hanging down. So you can see the hand moving the vines away, and what you see beyond is more vines. So you're not sure how thick the vines are, but the hand can move them gently. Not too much, because I don't think you can move more than 5 pounds. And these vines are pretty thick and sturdy.
Okay, but the hands, they're not gripping around the hand and eating it or anything.
Magram, with your 19 perception, you recognize that even as you guys have stopped, the boat is drifting towards the vines.
We should make our decision quickly. Maybe we go back to that patch of ground over there.
Maybe, yeah, we could. Okay. Let's we might want to burn these or cut them from a distance if we can.
I've got a fireball.
I can start taking the boat back toward that patch of dry ground then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you start paddling back towards the elbow, kind of the point of the elbow, and there is this patch of dry ground. There are these beautiful plants and flowers here. Again, it is dark, and so your brain automatically starts to think, how did these grow in the dark? These are trees, plants that you would expect to thrive in the sunshine and stuff. But this is you're in a cave. You're in a subterranean place. But yeah, you guys can get out and step on the ground. You see that as you step out, the ground is just rock. It's like the same rock that this tunnel is carved out of. It's just here in this little space. There is it's a little bit higher than the water level.
All right, let's see what we can do to try to cut these vines from a distance, from a safe distance.
Yeah, with the 27 Arcana, what does Sylvie feel about a fireball at them bitches?
I mean, a fireball can definitely do some damage to these vines for sure. Again, you're not sure how many there are, but I mean, it's one of those things where. Let me think. Give me a second. What was I saying? You know a fireball is a very destructive spell, and vines are vines. So you don't see any reason why the fireball would not be incredibly effective.
All right, well, I'm just throwing that out there as an option, guys.
I could also
Perhaps
create a
we
gust
tried-
of wind to make a channel through there that maybe we could, maybe I could part them with wind as we go through.
Oh, yeah, farting at it.
Perhaps we could try something that is a bit more simple than a pure fireball to start off, just to see if it has any kind of effect. I wouldn't want you to waste an entire fireball on this, you know?
Thank you, Magram, for being so considerate with your suggestion.
Does anybody have anything? I mean, I could try to launch a phosphorus capsule. I'm not sure if that is going to do it, though.
I could try a scorching ray from Danan's crown.
I suppose that could work.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a shot.
Okay, I'll cast scorching ray. That's three rays of fire. Do I need to roll to hit?
No, it's an easy enough target. As you shoot out 3 rays of fire, you see that they hit, that the vines react as you would expect vines to react. They start to sever and fall. A couple of them are singed and burning up. You see as they fall that there are still a lot more behind. But yeah, it seems like the fire definitely helped to clear out some of them. There's still a lot of vines hanging down.
Well, it's going to take a while to clear them all out this way. We could try the wind, or we could try a fireball. I know, Sabrina, sorry.
Sabrina, who's that?
No, dog, that ain't me.
Because I used your real name, I'm not going to finish my sentence.
Her nickname was Sally.
I'm all for it. Give it a try.
All right, yeah, I mean, as long as there's one person telling Sylvie that she could do it, she's gonna fireball that bitch.
Fireball that bitch.
All right, let's see. That was a 29 to hit.
It was 29 fire damage.
29 damage.
They don't. No, they have to make a save with a fireball.
That's what it was. Okay, there you go.
Was it 29 damage?
29 damage. Sorry. Yes.
All right. Yeah,
Shouldn't
you
it be a
see
dex
that the
save?
vines start to burn and singe, and I'm a little distracted. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Give me 1 second.
Hey, are you thinking about Manhogany too?
Ah.
I am 100% thinking about Manhogany. Let's see here.
No, you're thinking about Hercalyptus.
Oh, there we go. That was good.
Oh my gosh,
was
that is
good.
so good. Oh my gosh. All right. Can anyone see what's going on?
No.
No, we can't see anything. There's a big wall
Like
of
looks like torn
grass
paper or something.
and vines in the way.
Okay.
We do see a bunch of Constitution saving throws, though.
This is true.
Okay,
and they're
you do
all
see
for
those.
me,
You do see
and
those.
It's showing me and Guy and Victor.
And I'm looking for Sylvia. I'm going through the D&D
And
Beyond. I'm making saves.
Baldric.
All
Wait,
right.
do you mean make a Constitution save? Is that what's going on?
I'm making it for you.
For you.
Jeez, we're
You don't
killing
get my
it, guys.
Special dice.
All
My
right.
weighted dice.
Sylvie, you cast a fireball and the vines begin to fall away. You actually see that, oh, come on. I don't want all of it to disappear. There we go. You can actually see as they fall away, this fireball did a ton of damage to these vines. There's still some hanging down, but you can now see that the tunnel continues on for like another 100 feet or so, and then it makes another elbow turn and heads back up towards the north. The vines have all been torn down and ripped off with this fireball. Okay. As you guys are standing here on this little island, you look around and you see you've cast the fireball, Sylvie. You turn around and you see Magram and Ornan leaning against each other, and they are what looks like asleep. You see,
Damn it, guys! I told you not to do that.
you see Guy's eyes start to flutter shut as well. And you look over.
But I'm immune to magical sleep.
Oh, you are immune to magical sleep.
Yeah, but his eyes are darting, so Sylvie's going to use Shape of the Water circa 2017 and slap some water across his face so he stays awake.
You are immune to magical sleep. That's true. Okay. Guy, you are not falling asleep. Okay, give me 1 second.
Not anymore because of the water.
Oh, thank you for that Shape of Water circa 2017.
I appreciate that. Man, our buddies, though, they really shouldn't have fallen asleep.
Back on the boat. Back on the boat.
We're just going to drag them into the boat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the trees.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
I think
Sylvie,
somebody
you guys are
has
awake.
sleep apnea.
You guys are awake. And Baldric and Ornan and Mogram are asleep.
Hey, Ornan, you forgot your CPAP. You can't fall asleep. You're gonna come on. I'm gonna try to drag them into the boat and pull them away from here.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. I need everyone to stop right where you're at right now. Okay, so we're gonna do some privacy. Okay. So what I need everyone.
Boys.
Everyone have your phone ready. Everyone have your phone ready on the team chat for Discord so that I can send you a message when it's time to come back. Okay?
I promise I won't be listening in.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Scott.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan.
I'm a little out of it, but at your service, I think.
And me, Paul, as Ornan's biggest regret.
Oh, dear.
Ornan, you don't know how you got here. You are aware that something is off. However, that feeling, that awareness that something is off is overshadowed by the throbbing in your arm. And as you look down in these halls, these stone halls decorated with the black and gold tapestries, flame motifs, and statues bearing torches, you look down at your arm and you see nothing. You see a tourniquet, you see blood, and you feel very lightheaded.
Oh.
You take a second to notice where you're at. You are in a room. It's like it's a room, part of a corridor, but there is to the north, you see these large double doors with a big beam that has been shut down across it. You see that somebody is dragging benches in the way to block that door even more. You can see that off to the left, because this is kind of an elbow in this corridor, there is an archway leading further into or out of this complex. You're not exactly sure which it is, but you look over and you recognize the person who is moving benches over. He is about your height. He is about your coloring. He has purple hair, a purple beard, gray skin, wearing armor. He turns to look at you and he says, "Oh, all right, Ornan, I hope that holds him. How are you holding up?" And your brother, Kino Sr., comes over to check on you.
Well, it's still bleeding, but that's to be expected for a minute, I think. How?
You remember this moment, and something drives you to relive this moment as it happened, but you know you're watching it almost as if you're watching it from the past. Or, sorry, you're watching it as a spectator.
Okay.
You feel your mouth moving. You feel the words coming out without you even having to consciously think about it. Kino turns to you. He starts looking at your stump where your arm was, and he says, "How are you holding up?
It doesn't hurt like it did before.
Should we cauterize it? Do you think that we should do that?" And he starts to pull out a dagger, and there's in the middle of this corridor, there's a brazier, as is so common in any kind of temple or chapel of Aona. There is fire everywhere. He's holding this dagger, ready to heat it up in this brazier. What does Ornan say?
Yes, let's do it and find a way out of here.
He sticks the dagger into the fire. Says, "We gotta get it cherry red, cherry red." And he turns back to you and he says, "Do you think she's dead?"
Well, she's got at least a few broken bones, and I didn't get a good look. I think she might be.
He turns back towards his dagger and he says, "You're my brother, and I'm with you through everything. You know that. I've got your back, and I've got your back through this too.
And I've got yours.
I know you do. What happened? What do you think that was? Why did your arm react the way that it did?"
I don't know. I have... It just doesn't make sense.
He pulls out the dagger, which is now glowing red hot. And he turns to you and he says, "Ornan, you need to bite down on something." And he kind of, he hands you his warhammer to bite like on the haft or something. He says, "Bite on this."
All right.
And as he places the dagger to your arm, you hear and you feel the sizzle and hiss and the smell of burning flesh. And he leans in close to your ear and he says, "Ornan, how could you do that to me?" And you know right now, this is not what actually happened.
Do what?
Ornan, I was sick.
Oh.
I was helpless. And how could you do that to me? I always had your back.
And I had yours too.
Had.
For a time. Kino, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You find yourself in this moment as your arm is burning, as you are feeling this pain, that the pain of your brother's confrontation hurts so much worse. And you start to cry, and you can't stop. And everything starts to go black.
Kino. Kino, I'm sorry.
Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Jordan as Mogram.
Oh, I love you guys.
And me, Paul, as the capital of Saskatchewan.
Okay. Is that what? Okay.
Okay.
What is the capital of Saskatchewan?
Mogram, you are asleep. You can feel your body. Just something in the trees was getting in your nose. You felt your body start to relax. Before you knew it, your eyes were shut. And you were, well, you suddenly you felt something like hard that you're sitting on, and you kind of wake up and you shake your head and you look, and you're not where you were. You're not in that cave that you were in with Wilhelm Associates. No, you're with other people. You are with some people that you haven't seen for 15 years. You are sitting on a log in front of a fire. There are leafy trees all around you. The night is warm, but not too hot. It's that beautiful Loxania summertime night that you remember when you were here. as part of the necropurge of Loxania Forest. You look behind you, you see orderly rows of tents. You can see moving around, getting things ready for the night, ready to get turned in for the night. You see figures in black ulster cloaks. You see plague doctor masks. You see people moving about. You see the Krahanest is here. As you are sitting on a log, you see that sitting across from you there is another member of the Krahanest, but she's a little bit blurry, almost like your memory is not perfect. But as you look to your left, you see sitting on a log next to you, you see somebody that you knew very, very well. You see a woman sitting next to you in her Krahanest black leathers. You see Regina, and the capital of Saskatchewan is Regina.
Regina. Oh, look at you clever dog.
As you're sitting here,
okay.
Real quick, one more thing. As you're sitting here, you recognize this is a memory, and as you go to open your mouth, you know instinctively that the words that come out of your mouth you cannot control them. That it's like you're watching this memory, but through your own eyes. And the words that you say now are the same words that you said then.
Okay.
She says, things seem to be quieting down. Hopefully we'll be heading back soon. I'm tired of sleeping in a tent.
It's been a long time out here in the field, but in some ways I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish, but I agree, it would be good to get back to something a bit more stable.
My research, I had some test tubes and some petri dishes that I was supposed to check on weeks ago, she says with a smile.
Yeah, I do not want to see what has been festering in those petri dishes at this point. Let's hope that whatever it was has been burned and thrown away at this time.
She starts playing in the fire with a stick, you know how you do at a campfire. You can sense that the stress of this necropurge is starting to wear off. You can see shoulders are relaxing finally. There is this air, even though everyone's in these dark leather and it's nighttime, there is this release that you can feel palpable in the air as you know that the majority of these Krahanesti are going to be heading home, that their time here in the necropurge is over, as the necropurge seems to have at least succeeded to some degree. She starts playing in the fire with this stick, and she turns to you and she says, Magram, I love doing the research, but I can't help but feel that, this is why we exist, right? It's not my favorite thing to do, but helping people, right? Ridding the world of these abominations, of these threats. It's, I love my research. I love what I do, but I feel so rewarded for what we've managed to accomplish here today. And she looks at you and she says, how about you?
I think Magram, kind of seeing her look into his eyes, he would smile and he would essentially, he would start to nod his head and be like, yeah, it is a wonderfully fulfilling experience.
She plays in the fire a little bit again, and you can see that she's kind of getting lost in thought. And she just kind of sitting there with her, her head, she's not looking at you. She just kind of gazes into the fire and she says, when you found me and you saw what they had done to me, why did you run? And Magram recognizes right now, this is not what happened in real life. This is some twist on this memory. She says, you saw what they did to me and to my body. And instead of trying to help me or find justice, you ran and you continued to run. When will you stop running
I didn't know what to do. There were so many of them. I'm so sorry. Regina, I'm so sorry.
You are the smartest, most capable man I have ever met. You have had 15 years to figure something out, to help me, and you have not. And she turns her head away from you. How does Magram feel in this moment as his vision begins to fade and things become black once more?
His heart just breaks, just unabashedly just begins to kind of weep because this indictment against him resonates really deeply within his heart, and he's like, it is 100% the truth. I am no closer. 15 years wasted, and all I've done is run. And he just cries.
Welcome back to Decadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan.
I'm not at your service yet.
Sabrina as Sylvie.
Gulp.
Jordan as Magram.
I've tried. I've done so much. I've tried. I'm so sorry.
Matt as Guy.
What the hell, guys?
And me, Paul. Yes, what the hell, guys? We are back in this cave. Sylvie and Guy, you recognize that these trees have done something to your allies. Baldric is asleep, Magram is asleep, and Ornan is asleep. What are you guys going to do? You can feel the spores trying to get in. Sylvie, I think that you actually feel a little bit of that drowsiness, and you know that if you stay here much longer, you're going to have to make another save. Guy, you are immune.
Huzzah! I'm just chucking friends into the boat.
I think actually Sylvie is also immune to magical sleep with her gnome abilities.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Gnomes are resistant to some magics, but not sleep.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wild and then.
This is kind of weird because it's a magical sleep, but it's caused by quote unquote nature. So it's not like a spell. So anyway, okay. So you guys are going to put everybody in the boat.
Chucking. I'm because they fell asleep. I'm like not being super gentle. Literally just like shoving them into the boat to get them to hit the bottom of the boat and wake up, and we'll row out of here.
You guys get everyone into the boat. You start to paddle away from this section, from this little area of trees. You see that the vines have been cleared off by Sylvie's fireball. You can also see vines are starting to try to grow back already. You can see that already there's one or two that snake down to the water, but it's still clear as you paddle along the river. So Guy, you are paddling, and then Sylvie, you're waking everybody up.
I'm shape of the water in them until they wake up. Shape of the water board in them.
There's water splashed in Ornan and Magram and Baldric's faces, and you all wake up. Ornan and Magram, you both have one level of exhaustion. Baldric has a level of exhaustion as well.
Are you guys okay?
Why did I have... Okay. Yes. No. Hold on.
Yes. No. That's awesome.
Okay, here we go. Oh, my head, it hurts so badly. Oh. What?
All right, new rule: stay away from the trees.
It's all so fresh. It was so long ago.
Here, and I'm going to hand everybody a hanky.
Yeah, you see Baldric is openly weeping.
It was awful.
Oh, Sylvie will go over and give him a little comfort, sit next to him.
What did you see while you were asleep?
Ornan is rubbing the stump of his arm.
Uh-huh.
Magram is kind of like rubbing the side of his head and his face and looking off kind of into nothingness in front of him. And he's like, it was It was an event many years ago, and it was a perfect recollection of a wonderful evening with someone I cared deeply about. And then it changed. She correctly pointed out how I had failed, how I have done nothing to help her. 15 years wasted. Margrim starts to kind of gently start sobbing.
Well, I saw Kino. He wasn't happy that I slept with his wife.
Oh, Kino, your brother, not your nephew. Okay.
I was also a little confused.
Yes, not my nephew. Kino Sr. But it didn't line up with how things happened, though. We had that conversation while we were cauterizing my arm.
Also, do you think your brother would really begrudge you and his wife happiness? That doesn't sound like anybody related to you that I know.
Oh, he was very much alive when we had our fling.
Well, yeah, but I kind of was. Oh, well, okay, yeah, no, that's a little different. Never mind.
You know what I say? I have it tattooed on me too. No regrets. You can't live in the past, guys.
Oh my goodness. All right.
The past should dictate our future and how we act.
It can inform it, yeah, but it shouldn't dictate.
Yeah, you can't go back and undictate her. You gotta just move forward.
No, but it should guide me to make better choices in the future.
It always dictates the future, whether you realize it or not. Everything that you've done in the past has oriented you and motivated you towards whatever future you're pointing to.
All right. And Baldric just says, I don't want to talk about it.
Aw, Sylvia will give him a little pat on the wing.
Everybody, whatever it wasn't real. What is real is right now we are in an alternate dimension with colorful trees that make you fall asleep and distance that's determined by the time of day. That is real. That is concrete.
We gotta kill this last hag.
That's so funny.
Wait, seriously, I don't think any of us took enough time to really, reflect on the fact that we are in a different dimension. I think if I stop and think about it too much, I'm going to end up like you guys.
No falling asleep. We can't keep falling asleep.
Hey, everybody, it looks like there's a turnoff up here at this elbow with some more dry ground. Do you guys want to take a rest?
Alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic.
You realize very soon that that you don't even have to paddle. That the current in here is naturally taking you further in along this tunnel, and you can see that it moves along in the direction you are moving, and then it takes another sharp kind of elbow and heads back to the north, and then back off to the west. Again, at the point of the elbow, there is this area of dry land. You can see that there are trees and bushes. Some of the trees look very familiar to the ones that were on the other spot of dry land. Let me see. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Mogrim's is 25.
Ornan's is 10.
Geese is 15.
10 for Sylvie.
If I fell asleep, I'd see Kino again.
Don't fall asleep. Alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic.
Don't fall asleep.
It
was just so good to see him.
Is Ornan considering going back and and going back into a dream?
It was good to see him yelling at you about his wife.
He's been dead for 10 years, and I saw him. It was him. In my dream. For all that happened, it was good to see his face and hear his voice.
Don't fall asleep here. That's like rule number 1 that Sylvie told us when she realized where we were.
Well, technically, rule number 1 was don't eat the food, but yes, Guy understands.
Rule number 1.5, also don't fall asleep.
We should get out of here.
As you guys are moving past this second elbow, with your massive passive perception, Mogrim, you you can tell as you're moving past that something about this spot of dry land here at this elbow is not. There's something moving. And you can tell because one of the bushes or trees kind of moves and leaves shake, but there's no wind or anything. It might be weird fey stuff, or there might be some living creature on that spot of dry land. And as you come around the corner, you can see that this underground river ends. The river makes this last turn, and then it travels another probably 60 feet down this dark tunnel, and it ends at what looks like a collapsed wall, like actual masonry. Beyond, you can see large figures moving around. I would say that it's pretty quickly easy to determine that you see what must be 2 trolls are here in this, it looks like maybe a basement of the castle, and this river is going to lead you right to them. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. I want to know, what are you guys doing? Just to recap, 2 trolls in the basement that at the end of the river, but just behind you on that patch of dry ground, there appears to be something living hiding in the trees there as well. What do you guys want to do?
So using the astral mind link that we're all connected with right now, Margram's going to say, there's something moving on the land and up ahead are trolls. We should be careful.
Which do we think is worse, the thing on the land or the trolls? Like, should we maybe land?
I'm willing to say in the Feywild, the devil you know is better than the one you don't.
Wisdom.
All right, everybody, get ready then. We're about to go have a fight.
Ornan will push his way up to the bow and summon Ethos.
You guys, I don't want to say anything, but I could fireball him from here.
Wait. Just be... Okay. Hear me out.
I don't want to go in guns blazing, necessarily.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're here in the Feywild. Are trolls, like, just normal guys?
Oh yeah, maybe we could bargain with them.
You see that they look kind of similar to the aquatic trolls that you fought before, deep underneath Stillwater Lake, even down to the loincloth. And as you're like, maybe they're just normal guys. You see that there's one that has a little bit more green skin, and there's one that has a little bit more like fuzzy hair on top of his head. You see that the one who is the one who has a little bit more hair, you see he turns towards the one that has more green skin, and he just slaps him across the face. And they are speaking quietly and hushedly, and you don't hear what they're saying, but they appear to be talking to each other, and they are potentially in an argument.
Well, then let's quietly go take them by surprise if they're distracted fighting each other.
All right.
I'm not saying guns blazing, but at least get them at a disadvantage.
Maybe if we settle their argument, they'll let us by.
Are you going to
the mall later?
Yes.
Thanks, Billy Madison. All right, I put up the
Tuesday's
turn order.
Coming.
We are going to we're going to go into initiative. Everybody, roll initiative.
Margram got a 21.
Ornan got an 8.
Sylvie got a 17.
Do we subtract from initiative rolls as well? Is it every roll?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's every D20 roll.
Well, Baldur got a 3.
He got a 10.
So I adjusted Ornan's down. He got a 6, not an 8.
I'll adjust Margram's as well. So he's at a 19.
And I'll leave Guy's right where it is at a 10.
Okay. All right, we are going to get this party started. You are currently quiet on the river. It is Magram's turn. You're here on this rowboat. These 2 trolls are looking at each other. They're both, they're big. So the green-skinned one is a little bit more thin. He's got like very pointy features, but he has like thick, like ropey, lean muscle on him, and he is, 10 feet tall. The other one is a little bit shorter, maybe like 9 feet tall, but he's got more hair on his head. He's got a little bit more like peach-colored skin. They look like they might be two different types of trolls. Like they're maybe not the same species. But what are you going to do, Mogram?
I think Mogram is going to...
Real quick, let me say this before you say what else you're going to do. Since you guys are all in a boat together, in order to move the boat, one of you has to take your action to row it. But then you can move the boat up to your speed. And also, don't forget, everybody has Bardic Inspiration.
And how much would it move if we just let it go for the round?
Maybe 10 feet.
Okay.
I think Mogram is going to let it drift the 10 feet. And
Okay.
Sylvie also has been using Shape of the Water, which can change the flow of the water as well.
Okay.
So, like, increase that.
Okay. Well, at this point, if you want to keep doing that, then that's going to be using that spell. Otherwise, at the end of this round, you guys will drift 10 feet closer to the trolls.
Yeah, I think I'll let ourselves drift, but I think Mogram's going to say, should we negotiate or engage? He's thinking this to them. He's not going to speak it out loud, but use the mind link. And then he'll also say, I think that perhaps if I had my preference, it would be that we would try to negotiate with them. But Guy, I might defer to you. And he's going to put his hand on Guy and cast Ilmater's Patient Word on Guy.
Oh.
Which is, come on. So you get an extra D4 on your next ability check.
Okay.
I would trust your ability to help negotiate us through this, Guy, if you felt so inclined.
I'll do my best.
And that's it for me.
Okay. All right, Sylvie, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Hearing that from Mogram and Guy, Sylvie is going to just Shape of the Water and push us along a little faster.
Okay. So how fast can that push you?
I think it would probably just be like an extra 5 feet.
We'll move everybody 5 feet for now. And then at the end of the round, we'll do an extra 10 feet. All right. Is there anything else you want to do, Sylvie? Are we moving on?
No, we're going to see what Guy's got up his sleeve.
All right. That brings us to one of the trolls. The green-skinned troll is saying something to the more hairy troll. What languages do people speak?
Thieves can't. Are they talking about potatoes?
Potato, potato, potato. No, it's tomato.
Oh, that's right. Because we're 4. Happy
Sylvie
birthday, guys.
has Goblin.
Okay.
Deep Speech, Giant, and Sylvan.
All right. So, Ornit, you recognize this as Giant. They are speaking Giant. And this troll kind of pushes back against the hairier troll and is like, no, I'm telling you, she came back by herself. The other two are gone. Yeah, that is it. Okay, Guy, you are up. What do you want to do?
So if I row us closer, will that take my action so I wouldn't get a chance to try to convince them that they should let us up?
I'll tell you what, if you want to kind of delay your turn this turn, you can have Ornan row you closer.
Okay. Well, I don't know what Ornan's planning to do. And technically, Guy is the boat guy. So Guy's going to row closer.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to move the full 30?
Let's see how I got to see them.
This is 20 feet. Like 30 feet, like right there.
Okay. Yeah. So we're right there at 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay, you are now about 20 feet from the entrance to this basement. And did you want to do anything else?
I will. Mogram is expecting me to perform, so I can't let him down. So I'll just call out. I'm thinking trolls. They're pretty rough with each other. These guys are like working together but still slapping each other. So I'm gonna try to take a different tack than normal. I am going to come at this aggressively, and I'll just say, we're here to see the hag. Make way. We have permission.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
With advantage because I'm swinging around that scepter.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 for a 28.
Oh, wow.
The other one would have been a 27.
Oh my gosh.
Hell
You know just innately, they do not understand a word you are saying, but as soon as you open your mouth, they both turn to look at you and they both take a step back. They say, well, okay, that is your turn. Okay.
And I'm just going to be I'm standing on the boat, like directing it as I paddle it. I can't stand and paddle, can I? I'm just, after I paddle up here, I'm going to stand up and just look stern and try to look as heroic and strong as I can in my patchwork, pieced together armor.
The scepter really brings it together, though.
I'm just helicoptering over my head.
All right, well, very good. Okay, then that brings us to Ornan. Just a quick reminder with the new 2024 rules, if anybody wants to try to investigate or perceive something, that is now an action to do. I think it always was, but I wasn't being very specific about it. But now, just in case, that is that's an action that somebody can do if they want to.
I want to be clear just before I. It looks like there's a bunch of red circles. Are those mushrooms growing out of the ground, or is that blood all over the...
That is, yes.
Okay.
There are mushrooms and spider webs and stuff growing up out of these ruins. It looks like this basement here of the castle. The wall has fallen in. The water literally comes right up to that fallen in wall, and then it must go underground or something because it disappears. But yeah, there's mushrooms growing in there. You can see there's like a doorway in the back of this room. The room is relatively large. It's probably 35 feet by like probably 50 feet. There are a couple of pillars holding up the roof, but this is like kind of a domed, barrel vaulted basement, a barrel vaulted cellar of some kind.
Okay, Ornan will translate into Giant what Guy said, and he'll say, "We don't want any trouble. We'd just like to see Her Majesty."
Okay. They understand what you have said, and now the hairy troll, it is his turn. He is going to kind of take a 5-foot step back towards the entrance into this cellar, and he's going to call out, and in Giant he says, "She says she's not to be disturbed, but you look like you're supposed to be here." Like he says questioningly. He is not going to take any aggressive action towards you, which brings us to Baldric's turn. Baldric is in kind of the middle of the rowboat. He is going to use his turn to make an investigation check. And with a 9, he's trying to figure out. You see him looking back the way you came towards that small little spot of dry ground where Mogram said it seemed like there was something moving the brush and the trees. He cannot see anything though, and that is his turn. Back to the top of the initiative order, we have Mogram.
Mogram's still kind of concentrating on this little blessing that he bestowed on Guy, which gives him the additional D4. I'm going to keep concentrating on that, and okay. I'll prepare like, I don't know, a dodge action in case somebody tries to attack us, so I can try to avoid it.
Okay. All right, and then that brings us to Sylvie. Sylvie, these two trolls are standing in this cellar. They are quite close to each other. You know, instinctively, you could get them both with a fireball really easy. Just saying.
I know I could. Sylvie knows she could. She doesn't need to prove anything. Honestly, Sylvie is way more curious about why, or like being not involved in the conversation, so she is going to cast Rosetta Stone just so she can know what's going on.
Okay. Fantastic. You have Rosetta Stone cast. I think that lasts for an hour or something like that.
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Very good. So that is your turn as you are here on the raft. This is what happens. Suddenly, from the trees on that patch of dry ground, you see a figure, a decrepit, emaciated figure step out, not like an undead figure, like very similar in appearance to the Swamp Sisters, only smaller, on a smaller scale. She has kind of reddish skin with sores. Her cheeks are sunken in. You can see she's got like one tusk kind of coming out of her mouth. She's wearing rags, and she steps forward and she calls out in Giant. She says, "You fools! You're not supposed to let anyone in!" And then she is going to cast a spell at your boat. This is what I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, no.
Because of Guy's amazing intimidation check, the trolls are going to lose this turn as a surprise round. But this, well, I'll just be clear. This night hag is going to cast a spell at you guys.
Are you sure she's just not a nice lady of the night?
I have been known to associate with them in the past.
Well,
hags?
A night hag?
Ladies of the night? Are we not talking about sex workers?
Ladies of the night. All right. How many darts does a normal magic missile cast? Is it 3 or 4?
3 at level 1.
3.
Instantly, 3 darts come shooting out of her hand, and they all hit Guy. Guy, you take 6 force damage.
Okay.
Okay, and that now brings us to the troll. The troll is confused, but you can see at the end of his turn, he grits his teeth, and he is ready for action on his next turn. Guy, it is your turn.
Okay, well, now that we're getting flanked from behind, Guy's going to push forward to the trolls, so the boat will get to the end, to the wall there, so we can climb out.
Okay, very good.
And that was my action, right?
That was your action. Yeah, that was your action because you have to use your hands to row.
Okay, well then my bonus action is I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to do Investiture of the Void at level 4. Give myself 20 temporary hit points.
Very good. Okay. Awesome.
And that's my turn.
Oh my gosh, I just had a brilliant idea.
Well,
Nice.
Okay.
You can't seduce the trolls, Magram. I mean, maybe
I
they
can. I'm pretty sure I could.
Orden, it's your turn. You've got these 2 trolls in front of you. We're going to call them now the troll and the troll and the hairy
the
troll.
troll and the
That was me speaking troll.
Yeah.
So we have the troll and the hairy troll. The troll looks like he's ready for action. The hairy troll hasn't quite decided yet. But Orden, it's your turn. You're right in the front of the boat. You can literally leap off and into this cellar if you want to.
Okay, that's what Ron is going to do. He's going to jump forward about 10 feet to get in between the 2 trolls, and he's going to summon Ephos. So he'll grow to large size.
Okay.
And then I want to make sure I'm understanding correctly. Does the hairy troll have the surprise condition? Would I have advantage on attacks against him?
The hairy troll is still surprised. The regular troll is not surprised anymore.
So I will take an attack against the hairy troll.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit because I'm subtracting the 2.
Oh, the 14 will miss.
But you have you have Bardic Inspiration.
That's true.
Wait, who gave you Bardic Inspiration? Did I give you Bardic Inspiration or did Baldric?
I think
either way, it's a D8. Everybody ended up with Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to remember because I think mine, since I'm a Valor Bard, you can add mine to the damage. I think that's what's unique about mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't remember who gave it to me.
Okay, we'll just say Baldric gave Bardic Inspiration to Magram and to Guy. And then Guy, you gave Bardic Inspiration to everybody else.
Okay.
I just know that Baldric didn't give it to me, and I'm not upset about that.
To be fair, he was giving it to somebody who needed it right away, who didn't end up using it, I think.
That's a nice excuse.
And then Guy was like, I give it to everybody else.
Because I believe in you.
Okay.
So I'll come in with my second attack against him. See if I can actually hit this time. That would be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 bludgeoning, 1 giant's might, so 1 ethos damage. And then I am going to push him 10 feet away from me.
Boom, you push him back 10 feet. Okay.
And then I am, as also a part of that action, so I'm like chasing him, I'm going to whack him with the skeletal brand. So the flaming purple skeletal hand, just whack him in the side of the head with it. And he'll need to make a... Man, I have not... Oh, wait. It must have upgraded. It's a DC 15 strength save, but he probably still passed.
Rolled a natural 14 with strength save. Yeah, he got a 19.
So he'll take 6 additional fire damage. So that'll be 19 damage total.
All right, you see that some of his hair starts to singe, and he starts to like panicking, and he starts patting out his arms. Okay, is that your whole turn?
All that burning hair, Guy takes a whiff in the air and is like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that'll be my whole turn.
All right, now this hairy troll is going to lose the surprised condition, and it is Baldric's turn. Baldric is going to cast a spell. He is going to cast
a spell.
He can only do that one time, so he's going to save that one. He is going to cast Slow on the regular troll. So the regular troll is going to need to make a wisdom save, difficulty 15. Gets a 5, definitely fails. The regular troll is now slowed. All right. And then Baldric is going to look back at this night hag behind you guys, and he's going to move into the room, not up next to the trolls, but he's going to be kind of behind Ornan. So Ornan is still between the trolls and him, but he's taking cover kind of behind one of these fallen down walls. Okay. That brings us to Mogrim.
Okie dokie. Mogrim is going to mutter a prayer and say, "May the blessing of Ilmater accompany all of us now at this time." And from him is going to kind of shoot out this red kind of beam of light that's going to strike each of you companions kind of in the neck. And you have all been marked with Ilmater's bond of sacrifice. So the 4 of you will get an additional D4 to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw over the next 10 minutes. And this is what I was thinking about for Guy in particular. Any bonded creature that's within 30 feet of another bonded creature can use their reaction to teleport into that, like next to the other creature to take damage whenever they're about to take damage. Which means you can basically proc your armor a bunch.
That's awesome. And one thing I forgot is that the slow spell is actually an area of effect, and so both trolls are now slow.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that Ilmater's bond, the D4 is also contingent. You have to be within 30 feet of somebody else that's bonded. But yes, remember you've got that extra D4 now to all your attack rolls. Now with my bonus action, we're going to call out Ignis Fatus, our Hinky Punk, and we're going to drop that one right here. Oops, come on.
Okay, right next to Ornan and the regular troll.
Yep, kind of a little bit between hairy troll and regular troll, but closer to regular troll. And so this kind of winking into existence, this little cute furry-ish blue flame squirrel kind of comes in, jumps in a quick little circle like it's chasing its tail, and then like pulses out with like a quick lunge towards that troll
and goes right for the nuts because it's a squirrel. Am I right?
100%.
All right, awesome. So make an attack.
Yeah. Alrighty. Where is my to hit? There it is. Okay. 20 to hit for
That'll hit.
10 force damage.
10 force damage. Okay, very good. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Sylvie, it is your turn. Just a reminder that this night hag is behind you and she goes right after you. You have 2 slowed trolls in the cellar to your to the west, but to the east behind you, there is a night hag who can cast spells. What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna lie. There's 2 trolls ahead of me. Sylvie's gonna blast them. Sylvie is going to use a 4th level fireball. And try to get them, like, essentially to not hit Ornan. So to just get the 2 trolls, and the Hinky Puck might be collateral damage, but not Ornan.
Well, the Hinky Punk, I think, is invincible, so I think that's already going to be fine.
Oh, there you go.
And I think that you can probably make it work so that, the fireball explodes at the very end of this cellar, so it wouldn't necessarily hit Ornan. Let me just make sure. It's a 20-foot radius circle, correct?
Is it 20 or... Yeah, 20.
So
Yes,
I was actually looking into this. So the origin of these circles. So if it's an emanation, it emanates from one square, and you count from that square. So it's like you, and then it goes out 20 feet. So then you'd count 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. For these spells, the center is actually where the grid lines meet.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Which means a lightning bolt, which is the same thing as a 5-foot, it actually does half in one square, half in the other as it goes along that line of the grid.
Right, so it can actually hit 2 people standing next to each other, yeah. All right. Yeah, you hit them both. How much? Oh, they have to make dexterity saving throws. They are slowed. I think that means that they have disadvantage on dexterity. No, they have -2 penalty to their dexterity saving throws. They are both going to roll. It looks like we have we've got a 13 and a 6, so they both fail.
22 damage.
22 damage.
Oh, that's so low.
Okay, well that was rude. I haven't seen you do 44 damage in one turn, Gee.
No, I'm just looking. I'm looking at all the ones you rolled. 1s and
No,
2s and
you're not
3s.
All right. Okay,
This is what I've
very
got. It's the
good.
best I can do. I told you we should have started blasting earlier.
You can see that their skin is like, the fire seems incredibly effective. The skin starts to like melt and pop and sizzle, and they start to scream and howl. That brings us now to the Night Hag. The Night Hag is going to... The Night Hag is going to disappear from sight.
Ooh.
Well, that problem's solved.
Yeah, easy peasy. All right, very good. That is the Night Hag's turn. That's going to bring us now to the regular troll. The regular troll is slowed, so cannot take reactions. Their speed is halved. They're easier to hit. They can either take an action or a bonus action, and it only gets to make 1 attack if it takes the attack action. So, here's the deal. This troll knows that somebody cast a spell on it, and it has a pretty good idea of who did it. It is going to... Oh, it can't reach Baldric. Baldric is kind of wedged behind Ornan, so it's going to have to be the hairy troll who attacks at Baldric, and that is what he is going to do. But first, this regular troll is going to make 1 attack against Ornan. Ornan, oh my gosh, does an 11 hit you?
An 11 will miss.
Okay. Way to go, Baldric. That slow spell is pretty awesome. All right. That's his turn. Guy, it is your turn.
Okay, with the disappearing Night Hag, Guy's going to use his action actually to cast Peer Between. And now he can see invisible things for the next hour. And then So that's his action.
And most importantly, what else about it?
Oh, I have so many eyes. So many eyes.
Oh, that's not, no. Well, you can see invisibility, but what else can you see?
Into the ethereal plane.
You see this hag has shifted to the ethereal plane and she is floating across the water coming towards you. It seems as though this hag can shift between ethereal plane and material plane as an action.
Okay.
And she is coming towards you, floating above the water. Okay.
But I still think the most important thing, though, was all the extra eyes.
Yes, and all the extra eyes. And you don't have to wear your helmet anymore because you don't have to worry about your vow.
No, yeah, not currently.
I'm glad you abandoned that vow. It was kind of annoying.
So Guy is going to actually get right behind Sylvie on the boat and kind of put himself between Sylvie and this hag that's approaching them.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
That's what I got.
Okay. Ornan, it is your turn. You have 2 trolls here within range. They both have taken some damage that's been fire related. It looks like the regular troll seems to have recovered somewhat from the fire that it took last round. So what are you going to do this round?
I'm going to just keep swinging away with my hammer.
Okay, at the hairy troll or the regular troll?
The regular troll is right here, and I kind of like where they're positioned. So I'm going to...
Okay.
The first one is going to go to the regular troll that's just south of me, and then I'll decide with what happens. Since he's slowed, do I have advantage on this?
He has -2 to his AC.
Gotcha. Okay. So it'll wash out.
You also get the plus D4.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. So that is a 16 to hit plus a D4 plus 4. So 20 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
So that will do... Oh, I rolled max on bludgeoning and max on ethos. So 16 bludgeoning, 6 ethos for a total of 22 damage.
Nice.
And Ornan is gonna, he hits him, but he hits him kind of like in the shoulder on his arm, and he's gonna sap him. So his next attack has disadvantage.
Oh gosh, okay.
And then my next attack, I'm gonna come at the other troll.
Okay.
And that one is another 16 to hit. Do I get that D4 on every attack roll?
Yes.
Okay. So another 20.
Dang.
This time it'll do 14 bludgeoning, and I think I can only do ethos once per turn. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Once on each of your turns, yeah. So then since I forgot to use it last time, I'm going to use Guy's Bardic Inspiration and do an additional D8 of damage.
Oh my gosh.
For 2 damage. So this, so I only did 16 total on the hairy one.
I didn't know you could do Bardic Inspiration for damage.
For a Valor Bard, you can.
Yeah. So...
Oh.
So 22 damage on the troll south of me and 16 damage on the troll north of me. And on him, I'm going to also sap him. So he'll have disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay, well, very good, because it's now his turn. He is slowed, and he is going to move 5-10 feet and take 1 attack with disadvantage against your squishy friend, Baldric the Black. Here we go. That is going to be, I think that's still enough. That's going to be a 17 to hit. He rolled a 10 and an 11. That's going to hit, and that is going to be now...
Guy, do you want to interrupt it, or do you want me to?
You can kind of do that. I'm seeing it happen. I see you right there. Go ahead and interrupt it.
Ornan is going to redirect that attack at the troll south of him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is going to be then 2d8. No, it's going to be 2d6 plus 4. It's going to be 13 damage plus some poison. That does not work against the troll. Wait. Yes, it does. Okay, plus some poison damage. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Okay, so that's going to be, what did I say it was? It is 13 plus 1, so 14 total damage. You guys are just spanking these trolls. All right, and Baldric is Safe. He did not have to make a concentration check. And that is the this troll's turn. One thing that I have been forgetting to do, you have now hit this hairy troll 2 times. I'm going to go back in time real quick. Ornan, every time you swing and hit this hairy troll, there is like a splash of like moisture and fluid that comes seeping out of his skin.
Yum.
And you end up taking poison damage.
Ooh,
twice.
Delicious.
So the first swing you take 9 poison damage. The second swing you take 9 more poison damage.
Okay, so those are both halved because I'm resistant to poison.
Okay, there you go.
So 9 and 9, 18, so 9 damage.
9 damage.
It'd be 4 and 4 actually, so it'd be 8 damage.
Is that how that works? If it's
Because
9
it
and 9?
would have been 9, but it should have been 2 different rounds.
That's
So it should have
true.
been each
That's
of
true.
those should have
That's
been rounded down.
Yep. All right. And that now brings us to Baldric's
Is
turn.
it just the one to the south? Because I hit the guy to the north too. Does he not have that
No,
poison?
it's just the guy to the north. Just the hairy
okay.
one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. We had one casting.
His hair is really greasy.
Slow. Okay.
It's just dandruff floating around.
Gross.
At this point, you see that Baldric pulls out his lute and he slams a power cord, and there is a
Such a
blast
cool
of
guy.
energy as these 2 trolls need to make Constitution saving throws, difficulty 15, and he casts Shatter. Kaboom! One of them the hairy one saves and the regular one fails, and that is going to be 12 thunder damage to the regular troll, and that is going to be 6 thunder damage to the hairy troll.
Do I have to save 2? Is that one that he can pick who it targets?
Oh, you're right. You are going to need to make that save too. Yes.
Okay. Was it a Constitution?
Constitution, and if you fail, it's 12.
I rolled a natural 1. So.
Oh, so you take 12 thunder damage as well. And he goes, "Sorry, you son of a bitch."
It's all right. That was a rockin' chord.
And then
Yeah,
Mogram,
you
it
usually
is-
don't see people playing chords on bass guitars.
All right, Mogram, it's your turn. We're back up at the top of the round.
Okay, cool. So at this point, I have. We're gonna make it an attack using our Hemexton Venom Dart at the troll to the south here.
Okay, the regular green troll. Yeah.
The regular green troll. She'll need to make a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Doubtful. It's a 9.
Okay. And so she will take, because she's taken some damage, we have to do this and add 5 to it. 13 plus 5, 18 damage.
Okay. What kind of damage?
And then that is necrotic damage.
Okay. This troll drops.
Oh. Okay. I think we still have to light it on fire at some point, but okay. Well, then for bonus action, we'll go ahead and move the Hinky Punk up to the other one and make an attack with the Hinky Punk,
Okay.
which is a 25 to hit.
Jeez, Mogram, you're on
That's
fire.
a big hit. Yeah.
That's good damage. That's max damage, 13 force damage.
Jeez.
Dang. Holy cow. Awesome. Yeah. All right. This hairy troll is looking rough as well. Very good. Anything else you want to do, Mogram?
I think that's it. I think we have to light these on fire, so I think he will say that telepathically, like, I think we have to burn the bodies.
All right. Well, that brings us now to Sylvie.
All right, Sylvie's used a few higher level spells, and I feel like things are slightly more in control. So she's just going to use her first level freedom honing missiles at the troll that's still up.
Okay.
So that is a 4 times 3, so 12 damage.
12 damage. This hairy troll is looking incredibly rough.
And that's it for her for now. Nah.
All right. Guy, you can see this night hag 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. continues to float towards you in the ethereal plane and bloop, drops out of the ethereal plane and lands in the boat right next to you and hisses in your face.
Bah!
I didn't expect that. I didn't see you coming at all.
Well, that brings us now to the green regular troll. It is his turn. He has gone down. There was a fireball. How does that work? The fireball happened before his last turn, and then he has not taken damage since his last turn. That was fire. So he pops back up with 10 hit points. He is still slowed, but he stands back up, and he's going to take one swipe at Ornan.
With disadvantage.
With a 15 to hit, I'm sure that does not hit you.
Yeah, that'll miss.
This troll has 10 hit points, but he is standing again. Gia, it is your turn. This night hag is right in your face.
All right, bonus action. I'm casting a castigating inscription on her. So, Okay. So she will now have disadvantage on, let's say, dexterity ability checks.
Okay.
But I really was doing it for the extra damage. I'm going to swing out with the queen's right hand at her. That is just a second. It is a 14, but I get to add a d4. So it's a 16 to hit her.
That misses.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to follow it up with two of the spectral arms swinging the queen's right hand as well. We'll see if those can hit. Okay, the first one is a dirty 20 to hit, and the second one is a natural 20 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
And they're both doing force damage. So the first one, that's 13 force damage. Oh, no, just a second. 13 plus 5. So 18 force damage.
Oh, wow. All right, and then what'd you do for the crit?
The crit does 12. It does less. I rolled a 1 on the bonus die, but 12 force damage on this hag.
All right. Ooh, that's 30 damage with, and you even missed your first attack.
Yeah.
All right.
See,
Very
Sylvie,
good.
I probably could have done like 44 damage in one round if I hit my first attack.
Yeah, but you didn't, so...
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Ornan, it's your turn. You've got hairy troll to the north. You've got regular troll to the south.
All right, Ornan is going to attack the troll to the south first.
Okay, he's still slowed.
That's a 12. Let's roll the d4. I don't know that'll make a difference, but so 13 to hit on that first one.
You barely hit, only because he's slowed.
Okay.
His AC is 15.
Okay. Then that will do 9 bludgeoning and 5 ephos for 14 damage.
Okay, he is down again.
Then I will turn...
Wait, is Ephos fire damage?
Ephos is just regular.
Oh, okay.
It matches the damage of what I'm doing, I think.
Okay, it's the brand specifically that'd be like fire damage. Okay.
Yeah. That's my only fire ability that I have, and I already used it. My other attack, I'm gonna strike out at the one just north of me.
Okay.
That one is a plus Mogram's thing. That is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Dealing 14 bludgeoning damage on that guy.
And this troll drops as well.
Ornan will turn around and face the group. I don't know what to do. They keep popping back up.
All right. Oh, you also take 3 more poison damage.
Halved to 1?
Halved to 1. All right. As you splatter this troll and this green viscous fluid comes splashing off onto you. It is now the hairy troll's turn. The hairy troll has not taken fire or acid damage in the last round and pops back up with 10 hit points, is going to swipe again at Baldric. And that is going to be only an 11 to hit. That's going to miss. All right. That brings us to Baldric. Baldric is going to, let's see if Baldric knows any fire type spells.
Get out his flint and tinder and try to strike a spark on him.
He's a dragon. Just use a little fire breathing.
Well, he's got acid breath because he's a black dragon. He does have heat metal, but these guys are literally just wearing loincloths. So there's not much he can do. He's going to turn around and he is going to try to mock the night hag. Vicious mockery. She needs to make a wisdom save difficulty 15. And that is going to be...
You so ugly?
Yeah, he's like, you're ugly, and you've only got one tooth on one side of your face and not on the other side. What's up with that? And she fails and takes 7 psychic damage.
And she'll get disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. You're asymmetrical as hell.
I didn't know Baldy would talk like that about a woman. That was kind of not very feminist of him.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Am I ruining this relationship? Okay. Mogram, it is your turn. You have a night hag behind you. You have trolls that keep going down and then keep popping back up. What are you going to do?
Okay. Let's do my bonus action first and have Hinky Punk attack that troll to the top there.
Okay, the hairy troll. Yeah.
Yeah. So see if we can't lay him back down at least. It's only a 13 to hit, so that's probably not it.
That will barely hit thanks to the slowed spell.
Oh, okay, cool. And that'll do max damage, 13 damage.
Nice.
Okay, and this troll drops again. The 10 hit points that he regained at the beginning of his turn are now gone again.
All right, please, somebody burn these trolls. I only have radiant or necrotic damage.
I'm pretty sure only Sylvie has fire damage in our party.
I think somebody said my name.
Somebody has the circlet of blasting as well.
That has one
nice.
charge that I already used once.
Oh, it only has one charge?
Has the night hag taken any damage yet?
Yeah.
Yes, the night hag has, yes.
She has. Okay, great. We will attack her with a Hemexton Venom Dart as well. So she'll need to do a DC 17 Wisdom save.
That is actually going to be... Okay, well, let's just see if she would have saved yet. That's going to be a 15. What does she have to get?
17.
Oh, she failed then. She already failed. Okay, how much damage does she take?
Oh, gosh. Add 5 to this because of my powerful cleric stuff, but it's 9 damage.
Okay. All right, every little bit counts. Okay, is that your whole turn?
Yeah, no, I think that is it.
Okay, well, very good. All right, Sylvie, it's your turn. There are 2 trolls that are lying here in this cellar.
All right, you know what I gotta do, guys. I'm just gonna hit the trolls with the fireball. Like, basically whatever it takes to hit both of them, minimizing the damage to my friends as much as I can.
So, real quick, if you have like Scorching Ray or something, you can do a lower level spell.
I got Fireball. That's what I got, dude. I've already looked through it. That's what I got.
Okay, then no need for any rolls or anything. These, you cast a fireball, another little bead of energy goes shooting out of your finger, explodes on the back wall of this cellar, and flashes out, hits the trolls, manages to barely miss Ornan. Ornan, you lose your eyebrows, though. You are so close to this fireball. And these bodies of these trolls just go up and flame and just are burning wildly. Like they are dried out husks that were just ready to catch fire at any moment. All right. Anything else you want to do, Sylvie? Because there is a night hag in this boat with you.
No, honestly, I'd like to save the rest of my spell slots for the actual hag, not the Lady of the Night Hag.
Okay. Yeah, this is like Apprentice or something. This other hag here who's hanging out in the cave. All right, but it is now her turn. She has disadvantage on her next attack, thanks to Cutting Words or Vicious Mockery. Let's see here. What is she going to do? Oh, yeah, that's not going to... Okay, never mind. Scratch that. This hag is going to claw out at... Oh, I closed it. Gosh, dang it all. Give me a second. I don't know what her...
Control-Shift-T.
What? Control-Shift-T?
T. It reopens the last tab you closed.
That's not what I meant to do. I mean, I closed the tab on Roll20. Give me a second. I got it right here. There she is. Okay. Oh, she's pretty. Okay, she is going to lash out with disadvantage at Sylvie.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she still fails. Well, that's going to be maybe not. That's going to be a 17 or a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Except that I'm going to switch places with her.
Okay. So 2d8 plus 4. That's going to be 18 slashing damage.
She takes 20 cold damage.
Hell yeah.
Gosh. All right. That's her turn. Okay. Let's see. Troll is dead. Guy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to lash out with the Queen's right hand.
Okay.
I need to take. Let me do my Constitution saving throw. See if I maintain concentration. Nope, it was a 5. So she no longer has the castigating inscription. But I'm going to take my attacks. The first one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's radiant damage, so it's going to be 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow it up with the 2 spectral attacks.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is a 13.
That will miss.
But the second one is a 17.
That will barely hit.
13, but I get to roll the d4. Let me see if it adds enough.
Okay, if you get a 4.
I did. It's a 17 and a 17.
Okay, that's 2 hits then.
Okay, then the first one is 14 damage, and the second one is 13 damage.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
Dang. So she has now taken 99 damage total. She is still standing, but she is looking so rough. Ornan, it's your turn. You're in the cellar. You have 2 dead trolls lying, one to the north of you, one to the south of you. You can see back in the boat, there is this night hag trying to scratch at everybody. What are you going to do?
Could I get back into the boat?
Yeah, you can get back in the boat.
How deep is the water?
You don't know.
How deep is your love?
Nobody has gotten in the water, so nobody knows how deep the water actually is. It's kind of muddy and murky, and you can't see the bottom.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that.
I mean, sitting under a tree made you have a weird psychedelic vision, right? A spirit quest, if you will. So I don't know what the water would do.
So I think I'm going to dismiss Ethos and then I'm going to try and maneuver past my friends to get into contact with her here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I should be able to get there. Yeah.
There we go.
And then
all right, everybody's getting back in the boat except for Baldric. Yes.
So I'll take my attacks. My first one is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 16 bludgeoning damage.
What does that look like as you clobber this night hag, bringing her down?
Ornan he runs past his friends. He's like shrinking with each step, or Ethos is disappearing, and he just jumps up as high as he can and clobbers her in the side of the face with the hammer, and her one tooth just shatters and goes like soaring into the water past her.
And you can
like
tell
the camera focuses on the tooth flying away instead of the violence of your hammer smashing her face in.
And the gore is like blurred out in the background
in slow motion.
It's a John Woo movie.
Totally.
It's a John Woo movie. Awesome. With that, you bring down the night hag and the 2 trolls, and we are going to cue victory music.
Crushed it, guys.
All right. Well, here we are in the tunnels underneath the fairy tale castle of the Court of Fog and Fen. We have taken out a couple trolls and a night hag apprentice of some kind. Now you can actually enter the castle proper, which we will do next time. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for playing tonight. Real quick question. Magram and Ornan, did you enjoy what happened when we were one-on-one?
I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
It was rough, but it was great.
Judging by the messages you were leaving in the team chat, you guys weren't enjoying it.
Now, Guy and Sylvie, are you guys upset that you did not get to see what I had prepared for you guys?
Yes.
Honestly, actually very okay based on the reactions. I don't want to know.
Okay.
I also just rediscovered all of Sylvie's backstory that I didn't even know she had, so...
Well, very good. All right, well, guys, hey, thanks for playing. Don't forget to go check out Patreon. Also, go leave a rating and a review. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. So until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time. I remembered it this time.
You did great.
Yay.